anyway on repeat?
I think we can start. When I was late, but you looked a bit disturbed after your dismissal. Was there something bothering you?
Oh, just at the last second when Shelford got into his delivery stride, someone walked out from the side of the side screen, and I mean, I should have pulled away, but I was also like in my head, it's probably a bit too late, and then I didn't watch the ball and I didn't pull away and I didn't either and I nicked it off.
How was the weekend when you started? And the weekend was obviously out of cover for 1.5, so how was the weekend?
I think it played very similar to the way it did on day one. Bit of spin, bit of skid, and it definitely made for some tough work. And obviously, there's a lot of risk involved in obviously the way that both teams have batted. Understanding that if you're only going to be out there for so and so many balls, and there's one with your name on it, you've got to score off the ones that are available. So, yeah, it's a good challenge.
When you were very active on the board today, so can you take us through your game plan for the day?
Yeah, I guess for me it was just trying to play with my bat as much as possible, and picking my poison effectively, understanding that they're going to bowl really good balls, and what do I want to have in my court to be able to counteract those balls, and I guess just trying to stick to my game plan as clear as possible, and accepting the fact that the pitch is going to have a little bit of turn and bounce at some stages, and not getting too caught up in that, and just trying to stay calm and as clear as possible.
According to the wicket condition, what will be the chaseable target here? What do you think?
Obviously, we had a bit of a tough start in our first innings, and a couple of great catches from the Bangladesh boys, which put us on the back foot quite quickly. And I think if the pitch doesn't change, which I think with the time it's had under cover, it'll be pretty similar throughout the whole game. And I'd probably say anywhere around that 180, 200 mark is going to be a good score and tough to chase. Not impossible to do, but obviously it's going to take some work, and we're going to have to stick to our game plans really well. But if we can keep them to anything under 200, we'll be really happy.
Was there anything for the pace bowlers?
Yeah, actually. Sharaful managed to get a little bit of swing out of it and some good bounce as well, which when you look at the wicket, you probably don't think it's going to do too much of that. But the stickiness of it means that there's a little bit of bounce and a little bit of nip, and obviously Timmy managed to find some of that as well. So it's good signs going into tomorrow, and the fact that it's been undercover as well allows that sort of movement to happen, and it shows that it's not just a flat pitch once the pace comes on. There was actually a little bit in it for the seam bowlers as well, which I think is excellent.
And you very surprised not to see Storiful coming in after he was walked out of rate, because usually when a day is walked out, there's something for the pace bowlers. You were surprised?
I think when Tajul turned the first ball so square, I think that probably put bowling pace on that wicket, maybe a little bit in the back of the mind of the captain. So who knows? If he had bowled a little bit sooner, it may have had a different result. But I think when he came on, he made an impact and did really well, as with Timmy for us as well. So I think both captains have their game plans and their strategies, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not good, and that's just the way cricket goes. But obviously when he got his opportunity, he bowled really well.
When you were celebrating actually blocking out one delivery from 9 wicket, so how difficult was it to judge the bounce against the spinners?
Yeah, the fact that some balls keep incredibly low and move quite quickly, and then some spit quite heavily and bounce a lot. Obviously, Mominal's first ball was pretty much one for the over. It turned and bounced so much. So with the two extremes, I guess it's understanding, as I said, picking your poison and going, which one am I happy with, and accepting the fact that if the delivery that's outside of your game plan happens, you make peace with it. But for me, understanding the way that Naeem got me in the first game, and then how I wanted to play him this game, having those two different game plans, all those adjustments, and understanding that even mid-game, if I wasn't happy with something, making that change quite quickly. There's no point sitting on the side afterwards and going, I should have done that, which I did last game. Rather going, if this happens again, I'm going to do this and actually do it.
Then obviously your shot selection was spot on most of the times. What was the key to your decision making? I mean, which ball to eat, which ball to leave, or which ball to deepen? It's just so tough to case. So what is the key?
As I said before, for me, it's about using my bat as much as possible. I'm generally not looking to leave many deliveries, or I guess like I'll defend balls that are there to defend and that are really well bowled. But on pitches like this, understanding that sometimes being a little bit more aggressive is almost the, I guess, best remedy. Where if you can put a bowler off their length a little bit, then you can get them to bowl in the area that you would feel a bit more comfortable with. And you know, I saw a graphic before the game started about the contact points of our different batters, and everybody has their different way of going about it. And some guys come a lot further forward, some guys go a lot further back, and it's just understanding what works best for that individual. And obviously for me, trying to stay a little bit leg side of it and use my bat as much as possible was probably the key.
Anyone else? Cool. Thank you very much.